Revenge of the Gator. Gonna get started on this one. Game is brought to you by HAL Laboratories. Game was one of the first games done by HAL on the Game Boy. The game looks pretty good. Physics are pretty good. Everything looks pretty smooth. I'm using the Game Boy Pocket filter. Get a little bit of crisper color on it. You don't have to look at that green ugliness. But, yeah. But, I don't know, it looks pretty good. This game reminds me a lot like another HAL game, the Pokemon Pinball game. That was one of the original Game Boy Color games. That one came with the Rumble Pack in it, which was a feature that some Game Boy games had, but not very many. I think that was one of the first ones. Maybe there's a racing game that came out before it that had some extra. But yeah, man, I could play these old pinball games like 24/7. I mean, that Pokemon one, I got my mom addicted to that, and she was going nuts on that for a while. It's just simple mechanics. I think this one didn't even come with a nudge feature, which they did bring out for the Pokemon one. There's a few different boards, as you can see. I mainly come up to these main two boards. This is the top area. The scrolling on the game is quite a bit faster than what you're seeing in this stream because I'm using an emulator. But I have this game on the 3DS. Then down here, there's a little bit of other stuff down here. It's pretty simple on this lower part. If you get it into, and as you can tell, the Revenge of the Gator is called something about the 66 wani. Wani means gator in Japanese, and so there's 66 gators on this board altogether. That's counting every single gator that you see here. I thought those guys in the middle there were actually cows, but I guess it turns out that they're actually alligators. And so it's a lot more difficult to play this like this with slowdown and stuff on this emulator. I'd much rather be playing this on my 3DS. It's super silky smooth. Yeah. And if you can't tell, I'm in the middle of a internet arcade playing this, so there's a lot of background noise. But that shouldn't have anything to do with how terrible I'm doing at this. Uh, There's a couple of extra boards. I don't know if I'll make it to them with how terrible I've been playing, but if you get past that door right there to the left, you'll go up to one of the other areas, and that area has some different objectives that you need to do. As you can see, that left alligator down on that first board, he sends it back up to the top area. I believe that middle one goes to one of the bonus boards as well. Damn. Yeah. Doing pretty crappy. Let's do it again. See how we do this time. I'd like to get up to one of those other boards, show you a little bit of the variation. For any of those of you who've played the Pokemon pinball games, those games had a lot of variety. I mean, they had the processing power of the Game Boy Color versus this being an original Game Boy game. And then I believe the second Pokemon pinball game actually came out on Game Boy Advance. Not 100% on that, but yeah, those were a lot of fun. I mean, I might have actually put more time into those than the original Pokemon game. Jeez. I was almost in there. That doorway, the way to open that door is you have to get all three of those little bumpers that are sitting right next to it to press. Oh. Got another one. Yeah, there's a way to make some other alligators appear. If you get all of those hearts filled in, there'll be a stopper alligator. 3 of them, actually, that'll stop your ball from going into the lower area. But as you can see, I'm not doing very good. Controls are just stupid easy. You hit the left D-pad and then the A button, and those are your 2 flippers. Like I said, there isn't a nudge feature on this game, but there are in the Pokemon games. A nudge feature would have been nice in this game, but I don't think it's like super crucial. It's mainly due to the slowdown that I'm not getting a very good score or anything. If I was playing on 3DS, I definitely would be doing a lot better than I'm doing right now. and that right one sends me back to the plunger. Shit. I believe if I get all those ones on the left there, that's when my stoppers will come. Shit. But I guess we won't get that far. Let's see. Got a little slot machine game here for different amounts of points, and I'm not exactly sure what the most you can get out of that slot machine is. I know there's a chance to get bonus points, but other than that, I'm not really sure. It's game over. Still doing pretty terrible. Also sucks playing this on a keyboard. The HAL Labs at the time of this game had a very famous programmer, not famous at the time, but famous now, that worked there, named Satoru Iwata. As you can see there, I got the bumper guards. Those are some of the other alligators that are appearing. Nice. So I'm doing alright this time around. If I can get the bumper guards up on this one, I'd be sitting real pretty. But even more so than that, I wouldn't mind getting just to the third table up there. Hate to go through this whole capture and not even get that far. There you go. Got saved again. There you go. Keep on getting reset up there. There you go. A little slot machine. Action. I didn't get anything. Maybe a couple points. Yeah. Ugh. The slowdown is real. Stupid Wani. So, come on. It's the curse of Satoru Iwata. Never wanted people playing his games on an emulator. The famous story of him finishing up Earthbound and using copy protection where you couldn't finish the game for a lot of different ways. I wonder if this is also due to that. Oh, nice. So we got on one of the bonus stages. That's what happens when you hit the middle. Oh, and there I'm dead. And this is one of the other bonus areas. The main objective of these is just to kill all the pills. That was quick, but at least we made it. That makes me feel a lot better. And just like that, it was terrible. Alright, this is probably going to be my last ball, I think. And probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just because how terrible this slowdown is. Oh. Got to the bonus stage again. This isn't too bad. Oh. Oh. Ooh, finally got the door open. And like that. Oh. Oh. Chances. I got all my chances are going down the drain. Jeez. Yeah, you got to hit the bottom of the alligator's mouth to even go in. You can see it just pops, it just bounces off the top of their head. So that's another strategic thing to watch out for. Yeah, music is real good in here. Maybe we'll play through it one more time. I mean, even with all this slowdown, it is a fun game to play. I'm one of those types of people, though, that I love video pinball. I could play video pinball all day long. Don't even need to get me off of it. I can just keep on playing. You know, all of those pinball arcade games, those are great. Ah. That's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So, I'm guessing the next game that I might start playing through is maybe this Pac-Man on Neo-Geo Pocket Color. We'll just see. Fuck it. Let's do it one more time. Okay. Yeah, there's just some. I mean, you got 3 lives. I mean, it goes back to that old feeling of playing old school arcade games. You know, you got three lives to beat the whole game. Same thing comes down to pinball tables. You get 3 balls to conquer the entire world, and it's just such a singular experience that, I mean, there's just so easy to keep on playing, throw in another 50 cents, you know. Great thing about video pinball is you don't actually have to put any more money in there, you know. Jeez. Yeah, these are just terrible. Looks like this is going to be my last ball. And I think with this, we're probably going to call it on Revenge of the Gator. Once again, just a great game. I mean, if you like pinball, if you like just pick up and play games on a portable system, this is on the Nintendo eShop, so you can play this on your 3DS. You know, I'd also recommend those Pokemon games. They're quite a bit deeper than this one, but I mean, all of them are fun. Oh. Damn. And in the one hole that I didn't have a bumper on. So it looks like that's game over for me. So let's call it good on that. I'm going to have to move over to the other system that I got. I might have to make some changes to um, let's see, okay. Okay. Have to change this around. Alright, so we got that. Let's see. So it should be good. Let's move over. See what we're looking at for audio. I don't know if maybe I just don't have any audio right now, or better way to tell than just start. The reason I'm playing this Pac-Man is because I have this on my Neo-Geo Pocket, and I've been jacking around with that lately. It's a fun machine. The reason I'm playing this Pac-Man is because I have this on my Neo-Geo Pocket, and I've been jacking around with that lately. It's a fun machine. The reason I'm playing this Pac-Man is because I have this on my... Let's see, why can't I get any audio out of this bitch? There's always some kind of problem. Huh. Ooh, this slowdown. This is gonna kill me. Oh. Oh, this slowdown is terrible. Yeah, I don't even know if I can work with this. Pac-Man is such a Twitch game. Haha, get it, Twitch. Like the streaming service. I mean, do you get it? Slowdown is terrible. It's funny. Yeah, I don't even know if I can work with this. Pac-Man is such a Twitch game. Haha, get it, Twitch. Like the streaming service. I mean, do you get it? Slowdown is terrible. It's funny. I gotta figure out what's going on here. If I can work with this. Pac-Man is such a Twitch game. Get it, Twitch. Like the streaming service. I mean, do you get it? It's funny. I gotta figure out what's going on here. If I can work with this. It's also some fucking Twitch game. Get it, Twitch. Like the streaming service. I mean, do you get it? It's funny. I gotta figure out what's going on here. It's also some fucking Twitch. Get it, Twitch. Like the streaming service. I mean, do you get it? It's funny. I gotta figure out what's going on here. It's also some fucking Twitch. Stuck in a loop too. That's my problem. Let's see if I can stop this.